Right. Welcome back. What's going on, everybody? Today, we got some interesting news. We got a lot of stuff going on in the crypto space. I actually haven't been on here in about a week or so. Been working a lot, taking care of my daughter, man. I got a whole full-time job and a kid. So, tough. It's tough trying to give y'all content, but here I am at 12 midnight after working from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm giving it to y'all. Here we go. First piece of news, we got MetaMask and OpenSea reportedly blocking all accounts from Iran and Venezuela. I don't exactly know what this is about. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on in Venezuela or Iran, but I do not know that this is crazy. This is wild. MetaMask and OpenSea are supposed to be decentralized. These are supposed to be permissionless things, you know what I mean, that people should be able to use. And yet, here we go. We got people that can just shut you down because they don't like something or something, whatever reason. I don't even know. I don't even care the reason, but I know that there's probably innocent people who don't deserve this and they're having this done to them. Got people over here saying, I thought MetaMask was supposed to be decentralized. Yep. Let's see what the response is. No, because they just recently found out that MetaMask is owned by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. Also found out that Ethereum critical infrastructure has been owned by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. So we're gonna be talking a little bit more about that in a few. Yeah, we're gonna get into some NFT news. Let's hear Gary V go on a rant about the recent NFT market crash.
6 to 12 months, greed will take over. Everybody will put out NFTs. People will buy, trade, sell, steal, rip off, try to trick you and do the wallet. There'll be so much happening. Some people will make fast money. It will collapse. There is an absolute guaranteed NFT winter coming. And what's going to happen? I'm going to be buying NFTs during that time, building NFTs, because I know behind it is exactly what happened with the internet. And this happened with personal computers. Apple had these moments in the early 80s. This is what always happens with the biggest technologies.
Well, I think he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right, man. It's like there's two sides to the NFT market. You got the one guy or the one kid. Let's see. I think I got a little post right here in my saved. You got the one kid like this, who flipped his NFT and he made $30,000. This is a great story. This is beautiful. But then on the other hand, you got horror stories where people are like, "Oh man, I paid $10,000, $20,000 for my NFT, and I can't sell it, or it's going down in value." Yeah, it's a lot of that going on right now in the NFT marketplace. Just like it's a lot of people making life changing money. So be wary of the NFT market. This right here is a perfect example as well. Pixelmon. This is a totally lucky sale from Pixelmon. This NFT got popular because it was a meme, actually. Like, the NFT drop was so bad that this NFT from the drop became a meme on Twitter. People have been like posting it on everything, man. I seen them post it with some with some of the geopolitical stuff that's going on right now. I seen them post it with like Congress and all that type of stuff. Kevin is like a well-known name in the NFT space now. I think that's why he just sold for $26,000. Now I'm not sure how the rest of the Pixelmon drop is doing, but it was like the talk of the space for like the past week, and it was basically like the latest NFT rug pull. This guy, I don't know his name. Is it Cyber or something like that on Twitter? I don't know his real name. But he did like a pre-mint sale for these NFTs. I think the floor price was about 3 ETH. And upon the release of the NFTs, they all come out looking crappy, something like this. Some of them looking worse. But, every once in a while somebody gets lucky, Got somebody who sold and made more than double their money, almost 3 times their money. Selling Kevin. Yeah. I'm gonna move on from that. Let's look at my man Crypto Mason. See what he's talking about. Hold on. We gotta restart this.
Extremely corrupt. There is 100% proof that crypto has been infiltrated and that Ethereum is extremely corrupt. The consensus lawsuit that's going on right now is showing that JP Morgan owns critical Ethereum infrastructure, including MetaMask and ETHEREUM. So in short, what is happening right now is there's a group of 35 shareholders of CAG, which is Consensus AG, which is connected heavily to Ethereum. But what has happened is there's been an illegal deal where there was fundamental intellectual property transferred to a new entity. New entity was called CSI, or Consensus Software Infrastructure. Turns out that this deal makes JP Morgan directly profit from MetaMask and control the infrastructure. The 35 shareholders that are requesting this audit and trying to bring this deal to light are trying to make the deal invalid in various ways. The point of this video is to tell you that Ethereum has been infiltrated and all of crypto is being infiltrated. There is 100% proof that...
All right. So this right here has been kind of shaking the whole crypto space up right here. You got Ethereum, which is probably the which is actually the biggest smart contract crypto blockchain, whatever, blockchain platform right now. It's leading the way, and they're claiming to be all decentralized, and which everybody knows they're not, because if Vitalik can shut it down and stop people from withdrawing Ethereum, it's not decentralized. But anyways, moving along, you got that whole SEC case with XRP going on, and they're giving Ethereum and Bitcoin a free pass, and everybody's wondering why. Well, this comment right here explains it best. Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton come from JP Morgan. They chose ETH to be the one. Next step, sue the one crypto that can challenge and beat them, XRP.
Crypto has been...
And what's even more interesting is the founder of Ethereum used to intern at XRP, the originator of smart contracts. The whole reason that people are excited about the blockchain space right now, the whole reason that NFTs are popping, it all really originates from XRP. He stole the idea of smart contracts, and I can't really say stole. He took the idea of smart contracts from XRP and used it before they were even concerned about implementing them. They had the idea in place. He took it and just executed first. Let's go ahead and move on from this. I thought this was funny right here. So let's go ahead and get a good laugh in real quick before we move on to the last final video.
I'm about to play a video
My
of
man
Mark Zuckerberg's sister singing about crypto.
You can try to hold your laugh in, but this shit is funny, bro. Yo, the video is actually not that bad though. It's just the song is fucking horrible. Look at this guy right here. I'll be sliding in her DM. Alright, enough of that. That shit is cringy. The choreography was actually a little fire though. But alright, to end this off, I'm gonna be pulling up an Instagram video from one of my favorite YouTubers, my guy Benjamin Cowan, and I actually found out about Benjamin Cowan from Mason. So if you don't follow Benjamin Cowan, follow him. If you don't follow Crypto Mason, follow Crypto Mason. They're both great information sources right here.
Right now, we're spending time at the fair value, or we have been. And the last time we were at the fair value was back in December of 2020 at 20K. Now the fair value, again, is around 35K. So again, the fair value, as always, is a monotonically increasing function. And we'll see if we ultimately can bounce out of this range We could go as low as 27K and still be in the fair value band. If we can bounce out of this range and continue higher. If this happens, then we need to start assuming that the bias is going to be back down. Or if we come down this way, then this is going to be the sort of the Goldilocks accumulation zone for another rally later on, more than likely. Okay, so hopefully these logarithmic regression bands are useful. I think that these can actually exist outside of other types of theories and whatnot, just looking at the price of Bitcoin on a macro scale and looking at where are we with respect to the fair value fit to all data and fit to quote unquote non-bubble data, and do we have a bias one way or another. Right now we're spending time at the fair value, or we have been, and the last time we were at the fair value was back in December 2020 at 20K. Now the fair value again is around 35K. So again, the fair value, as always, is a monotonically increasing function. And we'll see if we ultimately can bounce out of this range. We could go as low as 27K and still be in the fair value band. If we can bounce out of this range and continue higher. If this happens, then we need to start assuming that the bias is going to be back down. Or if we come down this way, then this is going to be the sort of the Goldilocks accumulation zone for another rally later on, more than likely. Okay, so hopefully these logarithmic regression bands are useful. I think that these can actually exist outside of other types of theories and whatnot, just looking at the price of Bitcoin on a macro scale and looking at where are we with respect to the fair value fit to all data and fit to quote unquote non-bubble data, and do we have a bias one way or another. Right now.
All right. So if you didn't understand what he just said, he's basically using the Bitcoin logarithmic regression band to find out the fair value of Bitcoin right now. And I watched this full video, and he basically said that the fair value of Bitcoin was minimum 27K to about 35K. So we're sitting at about 39,000 right now, and that's a little bit above fair value. So you can see right here when we touched 64K, and when was that? April, May? I don't know. Around then we were overvalued, which caused a sell-off. We dipped back down into the fair value zone, and we popped back up to 69K. Overvalued. We come back down here, consolidating the just above the fair value at about 39K. And Ben Cowan's whole purpose of making videos is to make people think about the possibility of your asset performing either way, whether it goes down or up. You need to have a plan, and that's why I like him so much. So learning that when it goes down, you should have cash on hand. You know what I mean? You want to be able to have a nice cash position just in case it does go down. It's not the end of the world. You don't want to, sell everything and try to cut your losses. But you do want to try to establish a better position and get in at a better time. So that's that. If it goes up, even greater. You're already in there. You got your position. But for me, I personally was hoping that... Where we at? The latter of what he said was true, that it comes down and we consolidate here. Because if this happens, I get more time to accumulate. I'm sorry, that's just me. I don't really care about making a fortune right now. I want to accumulate. Maybe next year I want to make a fortune. But right now, I'm trying to stack up my bags. Thanks, Ben Cowan. And shout out to y'all for if you made it through the end of this video. You would go for real. I hope y'all taking care of yourself, Love y'all. Peace.